What's up, everyone? Coach Scott McLeod here, certified personal trainer and certified nutrition coach. Welcome back to another episode of Caffeine Conversations with Coach Scott McLeod. This episode is sort of an addendum to the previous episode. I believe I called it Things Are Changing or something along those lines. If you haven't watched that one, you need to go back and watch it. What are you even doing, bro? You need to watch all of my videos. And while you're at it, please hit that subscribe button. I know a large percentage of the people currently watching my videos are not subscribed to the channel. So please do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. Anyways, a little bit of an addendum to the previous upload, that Things Are Changing upload that I snuck in there. It was a sneaky Sunday upload, like a Sunday sermon with Coach Scott McLeod. Not that I'm at all religious anymore. Anyways, I go on a lot of tangents, but in that episode, I was talking about this show being like a podcast style, and I think I'm confusing myself. I do want to have a podcast. I want to have a professional podcast. I want to have a podcast with multiple camera angles. 2, 3, 4, maybe even 5 microphones so I can have a bunch of different guests on all at the same time. But I want that rotating camera angle where it focuses on the person who's speaking. So I do want to have a podcast. I envision a high quality, high production value type podcast. Yes, I'm aware that that's going to cost a lot of money, but that's something that I really want to invest in and something that I really want to do. So the podcast is going to be its own thing. It's going to be its own entity. It's going to have its own branding. It's going to have its own channel, its own name. Maybe it'll be called Caffeine Conversations with Coach Scott McLeod or something along those lines. I kind of like that alliteration and that name. Caffeine is also my drug of choice. More on that in future videos if you care to learn more about that. But that's going to be its own thing. It's the podcast, that is. Its own separate entity, branding, channel, etc. And yes, I envision that high-quality podcast where I could just sit down and shoot the shit with anyone. And it doesn't have to be... It could be anyone at all. Friends, family, even people who aren't comfortable being on camera. I just want to get that opportunity to sit down and have a conversation. I love deep conversation with people. I love getting into the weeds of things. But let's just sit down. We don't even necessarily have to have a topic. We can talk about anything at all. And sure, I'll come prepared with questions to facilitate deeper discussion and to steer the direction of things ever so slightly, giving gentle nudges here or there, or, if there ever is that gap or that moment of silence, not that I envision there would be at all, but, just having those probing questions, those thought-provoking questions. Sure, I'm going to do my homework. I'm going to come prepared, but I want it to be effortless. I want it to be, let's just sit back, relax, crack open a caffeinated beverage, drink some coffee, just sit down and talk to each other, just chat, and just get pretty aimless in our discussion. And I envision it being, at first, largely friends and family. And like I said, people, they don't even have to be comfortable on camera. I'm going to tell them, hey, pretend the cameras aren't even rolling. Pretend there's no microphone right in front of us. And you and I, we're just sitting down. We're just catching up. We're just shooting the shit. We're just having a conversation. It could be an hour. Could be an hour and a half, 2 hours, 3 hours, 3.5 hours. If we're flowing, I'm not going to cut it off. We could sit down for 3+ hours, 2+ hours, an hour and a half, and just have that conversation, just have that podcast. That's what I'm envisioning for the future. And I think I was confusing myself. Yes, with these caffeine conversations, I still want to have the opportunity to sit down, point and shoot, get real, get into the mindset of things, tell you how I'm feeling, how I'm doing, what's going on. Also answer your specific questions. I still want to do that. So if you have a question right here and now, it could be anything at all. Fitness, men's health, health overall, travel, lifestyle, whatever it is that you want to ask. No question is a dumb question. Feel free to ask it. Please comment down below. And I still want to do those interactive style videos where I answer your specific wants and demands and your questions. I do still envision a mindset shift as part of some of these episodes. as outlined in that Things Are Changing episode that I just somewhat recently uploaded. I'm not sure when this one's going to go live in comparison to that one. But yes, I still want to talk about mindset, overall, less perfectionism out of me. That's something that I need to take on, a burden that, I'm certainly going to take on, or I'm going to challenge myself with. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be perfectly edited with the appropriate amount of pop-ups and B-rolls and all of that good jazz. I'm just going to keep it raw and real, just kind of like this one. And we're just going to keep going with the flow. So just wanted to get on here and give that little addendum. I think I was confusing myself. I don't know. I just felt the need to add this little addendum. If you enjoyed this video, please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. All right, see ya.